Hi there. Sorry, a little bit late again this morning. Hope you're all okay. Just checking my phone ringers off yet. um, right, so today we're talking about ideas and inspiration. Um, this is a really lovely sort of thing to think about, really, because we are inspired every day, but whether we actually have a clear enough channel, or whether we're too caught up in our minds to notice or not is the thing. And I think the work that we've been doing over the past 2 days, so especially yesterday, to make a clearer channel so that you have a quieter mind, that will allow inspiration to flow to you more easily. So, what does it mean to be inspired? Well, it could come in a few different forms. So, it could be a feeling in your gut. So, like an intuition to either do something, go somewhere, but create something. Um, you might feel inspired to write a poem, or you might feel inspired to get your canvas out and do some painting. You might feel inspired by you just hear a fraction of a tune in your head. Whatever your gig is, um, and at, in terms of creativity, you do need to be inspired. You need to have things that inspire you, and it can be hard sometimes to open yourself to inspiration. Another another form of inspiration is a sense that something is changing. So a feeling that things are changing, a feeling that there's something new coming along. Or it could be a very specific call to action. So, like I was saying, it could be a very specific. I'm feeling inspired to go to this particular place today. I'm feeling inspired to switch on the radio. Like, it could be something really, really specific. And often in those situations, that's where the magic of the universe comes into play. Now, I whatever you think of as, you may not have any religion, you may not have the sense that there's a power out there that's influencing our lives. Um, mine is the universe, so I believe that the universe is magical. I believe that we are inspired to do things because there are unseen forces at work inspiring us to do those things. If that is very difficult to put forward my beliefs in a succinct way, I do find it difficult. But let's just say the magic of the universe. But whatever inspires you, an inspiration is the beginning of something, and it needs time and space to grow. And you may not always act on your inspiration, and you may not always be able to act on your inspiration, and that can be frustrating, especially if you have no space in your life for inspiration to follow your inspiration, because I believe that these to be inspired to do something is you're meant to do it. um, and I believe also that from an instinct point of view, if you're inspired to do something, or that your intuition is telling you to do something, that is usually the right thing to do. Now, that's not to say that, as we talked about on Monday in procrastination, you might need to wait and give it some space, because I also believe that it will come back to you. If it's something that you're meant to do, it will come back to you. And this kind of leads us into ideas, and what ideas are, and how ideas are formed, how you get an idea. Because we're basically creative beings. We are designed really, to be creative. And somebody I think who really captures this in a book is Elizabeth Gilbert, who you may know from Eat, Pray, Love, but she wrote Big Magic, and it's all about, the subtitle is Creative Living Beyond Fear. So it's all about embracing a creative life, and all the things that might pop up along the way to try and stop you. You know, we were talking about the brain trying to keep you safe. Whenever you embark on a creative project, there's often fear about it. There's a fear about whether it will be good enough, whether it will turn out how you want it to. Maybe you've got hopes for it beyond it just being something that you like. Maybe you've got hopes, you know, that are bigger, like, you know, a best-selling book, or a film, a blockbuster film, or, you know, anything like that. So there's that fear of failure that comes along with it. But in this book, she talks about ideas as tangible things that float around. So they're floating around all around us, invisible. And I mean, I'm paraphrasing her, but you should read the book anyway. An idea will, if you're saying, okay, I'm open to an idea will come. But if you leave it too long, the idea will. Her theory is the idea will pop along to somebody else who's open to it, which kind of explains the times in life where like a film will be made, and then not long after, a film with a very similar storyline will be made. It explains the way music changes. It explains, you know, how these things shift, and it seems that there's not just one person having the same idea at the same time. You know, that there are multiple people having this idea, and it's almost like when that happens, things have to change in that direction. Things will change in that direction. But I love the idea that I love the idea, sorry, pardon my repetition, that ideas are floating around. And I feel that, with creativity, that the creative spark, if you think of creativity as a fire inside you that burns all the time, it's there whether you feel it or not. The way I visualize it is you've got your soul or your creative fire, you've got your subconscious mind, and then you've got your conscious mind. So I believe that the creative spark starts here, or your soul, wherever you consider that to be, travels to your subconscious, and then comes into your mind as an idea. So we need your mind to be clear enough that you can open that channel, basically, so that channel from your creative fire, your inspiration, is clear enough for the idea to come into your conscious mind, and then you can act on the idea, which is where the meditation, etc., comes in. So we need our minds to help the idea travel to our bodies. You know, we need our minds to go, yeah, I'm going to go with that idea. So what do I need to do? So if I'm a writer, I need to pick up that pen and write. You know, if I'm a scientist, I need to go to the lab and I need to do this experiment. You know, if you're an architect and you get an idea for a building, I need to start measuring. I need to start, you know. But you need your body to do those things. So if you think about that process, we are designed to be creative. We are, our whole, everything about us is designed to be creative. I'm going off on a tangent, but it's because I get excited. So yeah, ideas are everywhere. Ideas and inspiration are everywhere. If you're feeling uninspired, which of course is, you know, something that happens to us all, what I like to do is, well, a few things. So gratitude is a really a really great tool for feeling inspired again about your life. So anything that you're grateful for, like anything that you look at in your life now and you think, wow, I didn't ever think I would have that, or I'm so grateful that that I have this in my life, or these people in my life, or where you live. I never thought I'd live here. Be grateful for what you've got and look back on how the amazingness that's brought you there. How have things transpired to get you where you are, for these things that you're grateful for, even if you're struggling to find something that you're grateful for. Even just my cup of tea, that cup of tea, I'm grateful that I can walk around. I'm grateful that my body is working okay. I'm grateful that I can see, that I can speak. So that's one way of getting you into a positive state where you actually feel that that the world that you're in is inspiring in some way. Another thing you can do is notice the magic of the universe. Now, I've got 1,000,001, that's a slight exaggeration, but I've got a lot of stories that I won't tell now because they're quite complex, some of them. But I have got, for me, proof that there is magic in the universe. There is no doubt in my mind. I don't mean, bad things happen in the world. Bad things have happened to me, bad things happen to everybody. It's not always been a bed of roses, but I know in my life there's been magic at work. I know. And the reason I know is, there are a few reasons, but I've had things happen in my life that are just way too fortuitous to be coincidence. There's got to be a force behind them, making these things happen. Things transpiring to make things in my life unfold as they should, whether or not it was clear to me at the time. If you're not feeling that, try going out, looking at nature, looking at the wonder that is trees. I've really started looking at trees recently. How amazing are they, that they just look at them, just really look at them. They just come out of the ground, and the shapes they create, and it's things like that. So go out, look at nature, look at the stars at night. Think about how many people there are on the planet and how we are all different. How can that be? And how most of the time we can live together. We can actually live together. Most of the time we can focus on the love that we can share with each other. Think about all the ideas that people have had, all the amazing, wonderful, things that have been created. And just, look at, your, I don't know, like look at your child and think about that. Think about how you've made that child, like you've made a human being. So whatever your situation, find things that can make you believe in magic. Find things that can make you believe in magic. Because once you start to open your heart and your mind to that, that's when the ideas and the inspiration will start to come. That's when your energy will elevate and you will be in a better state to feel inspired. So I've got it's a little bit shorter today, I think, my live, but I've got a little job for you. I've got two jobs for you, actually. So one job is to look for the magic around you. So trust that there are unseen forces at work, and make a little note, like a mental note, or a real, write it down. When maybe a strange coincidence has happened, maybe you've thought of somebody and then they've just appeared the next day, like you've not seen them for ages, or you've had a dream about something and then somebody mentions it. Or I often get them with books, which is funny being a writer, but I will have spoken about something, and then it'll just, like, I'll be reading my book that night and it'll be there. It's very bizarre. It's not bizarre though, really. If you believe that the universe is magical. So make a note of those things. Also, have a notepad or, the notes app in your phone. I use quite a lot. Or you could even record a voice memo. If you have an idea to do something creative, if you have an idea, anything, like it could be anything. It could be an idea for a design of something that would help you around the house. It could be something really simple. It could be an idea, for a new recipe. Like just anything that's new, anything that's popped into your head, and write it down. Make sure you've got some way of writing it down. The worst is if you have a really good idea and you've not got anywhere to write it down. And my other little task for you is something I did in my first course I ever ran, and it was great. It went down really well. So I want you to write down on a piece of paper just the words creativity is, and then I want you to put 3 words to describe creativity. So what comes into your head? Don't think about you, just think about what is creativity. What does it make you think of? 3 words to describe creativity, and put them somewhere like that you'll know where they are, because they're going to come up at the end of the week. There's a reason for you doing that. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. I'm just going to remind you of this book again, because it is very inspiring. It's a really inspiring book. And for anybody, but particularly if you're trying to live a creative life, but anybody can live a creative life, I believe that. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will be back tomorrow. Now, to be confirmed about the topic tomorrow, because some things have been coming up to me. I've been feeling inspired to change the plan of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So I'm gonna act on that after I've come off here, and I will perhaps post on my page what it will be about tomorrow. But it'll be good. I'll make sure it's good. All right. So it's lovely to see you again, and take care. And I'll see you tomorrow at 11. Okay. Bye.